Hello! Today we're going to be learning how to make a beautiful wine glass like this one. So, the only thing that we really need is actually just a part. Now, we take this part and we can insert some stuff into it. So we go down into Insert Object and we find Special Mesh. Getting closer. Now what we do is we go into the mesh properties. You can open properties if you don't know how to do that. I think it's in a view, and properties are right here. So that's properties, and Explorer is right next to it if you don't have that open as well. And so we go into mesh type and we find a sphere. Now this will be the base of our glass. So what we need to do is we need to go into scale, and we use 0.25 increments, and we just flatten that, and then we turn it into something nice and round, like so. It's not round. Oh, there we go. Like that. And then what we need to do next is we need to make this nice little cylinder-like object right here. We can use a cylinder, or if you want to get creative, we can just duplicate this piece, Control D to duplicate, drag it up like that, and we scale it down in properties. We can, to make it perfectly even, we could do 0.2 by 0.2. That's too thin. Maybe 0.5. Okay, it's a bit better. I drag it down, drag it like that. It's not bad. Could even make this a bit more like so. And then, now that we've got all that, for the final piece, we just take this, duplicate it, move it up here, and we scale it to make it longer. And you can make it as long as you want, depends on how long your glass is going to be. And if you want a little taller glass, you can have that maybe. And then what we do is now we start negating. Now, most people don't know, some people don't know, newer people don't know about this, but there's actually something they could do called negation in Roblox. And what this does is, I'll show you in a sec. We want to drag it down. So this block will cut off how much we don't want of the glass. So say you want to make this bottom flat. We do this, we take that over, we negate, and always have an extra copy of negation. It's very useful. And you just select both pieces and click on this union button here. Now that was too fast for you, we'll go back, so click on negate again to cancel it. So we have a block here, we click on it, maybe we want to get rid of that bottom of that rest of that piece, and then we click on negate, make an extra copy, selection tool, select that middle piece, union. Now, for the top piece, it might take a little bit longer since it's a bit bigger, but same idea. I take it, put it where we want it to be, we select both pieces, make a duplicate first, select both pieces, union. Now that's getting a little closer to the glass. Now let's say inside here we have this piece here still left over. You can see it. If we turn the transparency down of this, let's say we make it into 0.5 transparency, we can see how much of that, how much of this piece we're still having. And we could just drag that down there to cover it off, most of it. Select both pieces, union, and there we go. Now it's almost done. All we need to do all that's left to do is, if you want to make this bigger or smaller, you can shrink it or whatever. For purposes of this tutorial, I'll just do this, and then we can union the entire thing. Now this process might take a bit longer since there's a lot of smooth edges, but that was relatively fast. And then pretty much done. Oh, and that's about it. Or if you want, you could Control Z, undo that. We could take this block, duplicate it. And if you want an empty glass, which most people do, they don't want a glass that's just solid. And take that, probably want to go in at 0.05 increments to scale it to make it as thin as possible. Something like that. Negate that. Drag it down as much as you want. Have 2 copies. And then what we can do is we can select both of these, union that. We could go in here, or we could go through our Explorer, select that piece, duplicate it, select the outer shell, union it, and then finally, that bottom piece is kind of funny, so we'll just take this negative part, we'll take selection tool, let's take that part, and then we'll union that as well. And now, as you can see, the inside of this glass is actually empty. And we can just take this entire thing, turn the material into glass, because that looks cool. Make the transparency like 0.8 or something. And there you have it. Now finally we could just union this entire thing. It might take a bit longer because now the glass is hollow, there's more triangles to mesh together, but that was relatively fast. And if we spawn our character in, you'll notice right away that this glass is actually really big. So what we could do is we could just take the scale tool, hold shift, and just drag that right down. Now, there it is. You can use this glass for whatever you want: water, milk, tea, alcohol, anything. Just drag it around, and it's not bad. There you have it. That's how you make a glass in Roblox.